Hey there, friendlies. How's up? That was weird. I had turned the camera on and then it kicked me off, but that's okay. Um, welcome to the 5th of August episode of the Bevies, Blades, and Bushcraft live stream where we got Bevies, we got Blades, and we may in fact talk about something bushcraft related tonight, although I'm not sure. I do not have a subject ready, locked and loaded for tonight. I'm between birthdays. It was Camille's last Friday, a couple of parties at the weekend. And then tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, it's the missus's birthday. So I've been kind of running around like a fart in a windstorm of the lates. Now, as I always say, as I like to always start with, and occasionally forget, I would like to do the housekeeping. That's the part where I say unto you that if you're watching us time shifted to tomorrow or next week or whatevs, welcome anyway. I love knowing that you're watching after the fact. I love seeing the comments appear and all that stuff. I'm just muting the YouTube page. If at any point tonight you really love what you're seeing and you're hearing, you're loving the conversation up in the side chitty make chat here, you're just having the grandest of times, then I invite you to leave me a smiley thumb. If at any point tonight you kind of loathe what you're seeing and hearing and the side chat is bugging you, that's okay. Frowny thumb works just as well. And if you'd like to take a more active role in supporting the channel, keeping that light on, and buying me sweet, sweet knives, as several in that side chat already have, then I invite you to right click the join button, open it in another tab so that you don't miss any of the goodness going on screen. And there you will see the 2 tiers of membership that are open to you, as well as what each tier gets you for your hard-earned cash. The latest thing that my channel members got to see was a video where Cody and I went through 5, I believe, hot sauces sent to us by Country Boy Trapped in the City. He evidently has terrific taste in hot sauces, and they were hot sauces from the Sunshine Coast of British Columbia. Sorry, I'm just taking my socks off. It is stinking hot down here, people. So, yes, members get fun stuff like that. I would like to see who's been chatting while I've been setting up, because I know you guys jumped on it before I was even live. Bum, 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 bum. 44 messages already at 5 minutes after 9. Can I get these off so I can see better? Beta. The air in this town is terrible because, as some of you know, that there are 750 wildfires burning across this country, and it's turning the air in Montreal and I believe Toronto and environs kind of hazy, kind of yellowish. So popping in first was Country Boy, 8:06 p.m. So I was at like about 8 minutes after I set up this live stream. Yes, it feels like Monday, but it's a Tuesday. I'm familiar with that feeling, Country Boy. I get you. And then we have, sorry, I forgot to show that. Country Boy, by the way, is a channel hero and a channel mod. Sorry, just like squirrel. Popping in second was Mr. Serge. Pretty early for you tonight, Serge, but I'm glad to see you. And it says it feels like Thursday for me, but it's my second day back from vacation. That's tough. That first week back from vacation's tough. Yeah, or as Country Boy said, it is the worst. Absolutely. Country Boy, no, yesterday was not a civic holiday here. I think, what is it, 3 or 4 provinces like Ontario? Is it BC? A couple of others. They had the day off. I did not. My company is transnational, so there were some things that I did not get answers to during the business day tomorrow. But yes, no, we did not have. Serge, on his vacation, went camping near Montreal and got massive allergies. I wonder what you're allergic to. near Montreal, but not out there. Oh, I see. You're allergic to the city. I could understand that as well, and I'm pretty sure Country Boy could as well. Yes, that's a no on the holiday on Monday. No. Country Boy is on his way north for a little fishing and some drinking. It sounds like a boys weekend. Sounds good. Have a good time. I do wish I could fish. Okay, and so then Sales went. This entire conversation was happening before I was even sitting at this desk. This was like 8:24, 8:25, 8:29. Destiny pops in. Hold on. And by the way, Destiny is also a channel hero. Just assembling the snack charcuterie board, heavy on the cheese and homage, not fromage to Jess. Nice. So a couple of nights ago, I went to bed supremely late, and I was hungry. I've been practicing hard because on Friday I'm headed to Alberta for the week O gigs. So it's like the wee hours. Went upstairs and I was like, I'm hungry. So I grabbed a big hunk of cheese, and I was going to just post on Russell's Discord, attention, I have eaten cheese. That is all. Good night. But I believe that's a step too far. So Destiny's getting the snacks together. Mark is popping in as well. Mark is saying happy Tuesday in all the ways. How you doing, Mark? Mark is a channel hero as well, by the way. So by this point, we're at almost showtime. It's 8:40 when Mark says that. 8:43, Canadian popping in, saying hi. How you doing, Canadian? I hope you're having a good night, Marcus. How are you doing, Marcus? Were you away recently or something? I remember Russell and I wondering where you were at during a recent live stream, I think, or maybe my brain is letting me down. Maybe that was a different occasion. Oh, you were away. I know you were all worried, but I survived a week of camping. Nice. How those lanterns keep you? Whoa, David too. Did not sleep the whole time you were gone. Welcome back. The bromance is real, and you guys are popping in still at like 8:52, 8:53. It's like most of this conversation happened before I was even online. Hey, you guys can hear me, right? Yeah. Okay, looks like you can. Just checking. Where the heck were I? No lanterns were harmed on the trip. That's good to know. That's good to know. And fortunately, he did not start a wildfire. I second that. Fortunately. Hike with Mike in the house on the 9 o'clock on the news. On the nose. How you doing, Mike? Peanut Trucker. Where are you tonight, Mr. Chris? Gotta love damn birdies. I'm just sort of scrolling past everyone saying hi to each other because it helps me catch up with the chat. Everyone saying hi. There we go. Charles and Annie popping in. Whoops, did I? Yep. How you doing, Charles and Annie? I hope you're having a good night. I'm just looking. Yeah. All right. Whew, so many names. I'm scrolling. Country Boy says, "Hey, Chris, glad you're still with us after that idiot tried to take you out with his kids in the car." I am always shocked at how some people don't bring their A game when their kids are in the car. Like if I got if I got the squirt and the squeak in the car, my main life's goal is to keep everybody safe. Hey, Susie's birthday was today. I'm not going to ask you how old you turned because that is crass and silly. But happy birthday. I hope it was a good one. I hope you were treated well by everyone around you and by yourself. Did you treat yourself to any special snacks or drinks? Speaking of drinks, I have leftovers from the various parties because I did not drink all the beer. So this is by La Gabière. And I don't know this brasserie. Brasserie. It's not a distillery. I don't know this brewery at all. But they are apparently from Saint-Jean-sur-Richelieu. So they're up in the sort of Saguenay direction. It's a Russe, which I believe. Let me see if I can. Okay, so a Russe is, I guess, a red ale. Yeah. Oh, it's only 4.9%. Toutes les occasions sont bonnes. Any time is the right time. Let's see if I can do this without gooshing beer everywhere. Excuse me. Stupid sinuses. Stupid dust. Stupid. Oh, I'm blowing this pour. You guys hearing all that running upstairs? Chris says, yeah, he actually got my bumper and pushed it on a little. I didn't see it until I stopped. He was very lucky. Man, a couple of weeks ago, I was cruising home from work and I saw one semi almost take the trailer off another. It was just there was one sort of in the slow lane and there was one coming up the middle lane, and I was right behind the one in the slow lane, so help. And so the guy in the middle lane was coming, and this guy just he just pulled into that lane, and so obviously the guy behind him sort of slowed down and started veering a little bit, but not a lot of room to maneuver when you've only got 3 or 4 lanes to deal with. So I would say he missed taking a chunk out of the other guy's trailer by about the width of this desk. So about this much. And I was right between them. And I was like, so this is how it goes. This is how I this is how I go. But it was just weird to see because, like, I guess I sort of see truckers as by default being some of the most careful drivers on the road because they're surrounded by such stupid idiots. But I don't know. Everybody saying hi. Oh, you got an ad? Who has an ad? I don't see an ad. I'm just scrolling. Yeah, that's it. Exactly. The stupidity on the roads is unreal. It's crazy making. It's absolutely crazy making. But anyways, I'm glad that you didn't end up in a more serious situation for sure. Destiny's asking an interesting question. Where is Christy tonight? What's going on? Yeah, we need rain too. We keep getting like these little sort of averses, like a short, sharp thunderstorm that lasts like 2 minutes and then goes away. So it's not enough to mitigate anything. I mean, I'm sitting here in town worried about my garden. I'm not sitting in the forest worrying about a wildfire. You people hearing my family yell at each other? I mean, they're not yelling with anger. They just got home from La Ronde, which is it's not a fair. Serge, you're here. What the hell's La Ronde? It's a amusement park. So they were on rides all day while I was at work. So they're all still very excited. It's Cody and the Squeak and their two cousins. So they've evidently had a terrific day. Speaking of terrific, let's see how this red ale tastes. Smells refreshing. It sparkles a little bit. Oh, let me get that. Let me get that off. Malty, which makes sense. Ale, caramelly. Mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Yeasty. Yeah, that's all right. That's definitely all right. Okay, back to the party. Come to Florida, it rains every day. We need the rain up here, buddy. We need you guys to, you know, blow the clouds northward. Excuse me. Country Boy out in BC, they're getting some tonight and tomorrow, but you can't afford to share it. It's dry. Yeah, it's dry here too. Serge says, on a side note, Sunday I drove back with the camper trailer in tow, 500 clicks, got home at 8:30 p.m., unloaded the food and into the fridge. I was in bed at 11 after I was done unpacking with a stuffy head. That's a big day, especially when you're not feeling well, for sure. I mean, I'm glad you got home safe, though. You know. So where do you keep the trailer when you're not using it? Do you just sort of put it on the back lot or something? Do you have a garage for that? Do you have a huge driveway? You're just outside Oklahoma City, heading back to California. That sounds like a fairly large. Wait, Oklahoma is Midwest, right? So it's not like you're headed from Illinois or something. I don't really know where Oklahoma is actually. I have this image of it being within like a rock's throw of like Wyoming or something, but I don't know that part of the map very well. Beto in the house. How you doing, Mr. Beto? How's it going? Just taking a look here. And how's the weather? It's dry and stinking hot around here. And I'm not happy about it. Okay, I'm just sort of skipping all the hellos and everything because, you know, it'll help me to catch up. Destiny liked the hot sauce video. So if I had to choose, give me 2 minutes. Okay. Because I'm online. I'm watching. Okay, so here's how it is. It's so terrible of me to leave the screen while I'm live streaming. It's so unprofessional. But, you know, Destiny asked a question. So, like, it's kind of tough to sit there and really spend time with one when you're going through 5 of them. The honey roasted serrano, I believe, is what we started with. It's absolutely the least sort of fiery of the bunch. But serrano peppers are tasty. They're not super hot, but they're tasty. I thought the blueberry reaper was fiery, but it had a really nice flavor to it. Very, like, the blueberry is quite noticeable. So if I was to like Like, you know, sometimes, I mean, that is fiery, okay? That will definitely hurt you twice. But you can taste the fruit, and that's what I like. I like a nice hot sort of hot sauce, but I don't want it to be only octane. I like there to be some mango or some pineapple or something in there. Um, this habanero peach, that was nice because it was quite peachy. It was just peachy. Shut up, Jesse. Um, like you're not going to get quite the same heat with from a, I mean, habaneros, they'll sting you, but yeah, what's nice about these is it's not just fire. Oh, this is a local one, habanero and squash, but that wasn't what you were asking about. Okay, smoked habanero, pineapple, and mango. I was very excited about this one because when I make my hot sauce, it's a it's a habanero, pineapple, and mango hot sauce. Not smoked, but I'm gonna do that now. And this one was definitely the. I think it might have been the most interesting because there was a couple of things in it, like roasted ghost pepper. Not a lot of fruit in that, right? There's a lot of, but it was also harder to pour than the others. You can taste that the pepper is roasted, but it's very bloody fiery. Like I have a Scotch bonnet sauce. I picked this up in Jamaica. Is that all the ones? Yeah, I told you about the Serrano. So I guess if my favorite is probably either the mango pineapple or maybe the peach. Maybe the peach. Yeah. Problem is I don't have enough opportunity to really use these sauces that I love so much. I have to sort of sneak them in because I'm not going to be using them in supper that I'm making for the family, right? But if we're doing tacos night or something, I'll put some on my tacos. Or like if I have a burger for supper, I'll throw some on there. Hello, Longsquest. How you doing? How's the weather? Are you wildfired out? I don't quite remember where you live. I used to know. Yeah, brewery. Sorry. Everyone's saying how did it skip? Chris took the whole week off last week and took a prompt to oh yeah, an impromptu camp trip. Yeah, that's did you send me a picture of that? No. Yes. Yeah, you hear the back talking to the teenager. They're actually not yelling at each other. They're all sort of it's all in good fun, at least. Country Boy says they're saying the same thing. It's hard to pick a favorite. Um oh, you get them from Lucifer's House of Heat. Okay, that's good to know. So I think I would use like the honey serrano on pretty much anything. I kind of feel that the habanero and peach would go well with something like ribs. The blueberry reaper that feels like a burger thing to me. Maybe the roasted ghost pepper I would sprinkle just a little bit onto pizza. It sounded great. You can't go wrong with mango. Scrolling. There's Russell. How you doing, Mr. Russell? You getting any rain? You slowly drying out up there? Russell, do you ever get stressed when it's wildfire season? I'm going to take this off so I can see the screen better. Trucker says, as a trucker, I have to drive for everyone around me, always on guard. But he took me by surprise. It was so quick, but still enough time to lock up on the brakes. That guy was an idiot, though, right? I mean, Serge has slowly become the official translator. I was not late. What the hell? You keep it out on the lawn during the summer, pack up the camper trailer in the barn during the winter. Didn't do a good job storing it last winter. We got mice that munched into it. I am the consummate professional. Of course I am. Of course. Serge says that when I was driving buses, I always felt that I was driving for other drivers, thinking anyone was about to do something stupid at any second. Because they are. They absolutely are. I mean, I've done some stupid things and almost ended up in the ditch in the past as well. Country Boy had a motorcycle before a car. Oh, so you drive super defensively. Yeah, that's probably a good move. You were driving a bit slower Sunday since you were driving about 1,000 kilos. Try to give more space when changing lanes. When changing lanes, there are always impatient dingbats. Like, yeah, that cut in front. Yeah, I know. That cut in front of the trucks. There's Christy. How you doing on this night of nights? This dry, hot night. Country Boy. Self says he had a friend who sold his bike because of crazy drivers. I'll tell you something. Hold on. I used to have some, some of my uncles used to have bikes and stuff, but none of them have them anymore. For most of them is post hospital trips, but whatevs, right? They're still around. Russell says, I do not get stressed about fires. It is what it is. Facts are facts. Sushi is good. As someone who does not eat sushi, well, that's a lie. I eat vegetarian sushi so that I don't die. Try the blueberry on a burger with blue cheese. I could do that. I could try that. I'm not against it. Creative redundancy in the house. I haven't seen you in a minute. How are you doing? How's the weather? You dry and hot, or are you getting rained on? I don't think you're getting rained on right now, if you are where I think you are. Yeah. We're just chatting about, well, at the moment we're chatting about hot sauce, but it's sort of a subject-free live stream tonight because I'm at a very busy time in my year, right between Cody's birthday and the Mrs.'s birthday. The Mrs.'s. So I haven't had a lot of time for myself lately. I'm just skipping past all the hellos and stuff. Christy says next 3 days, are going to be, wow, 120 freedom. That's, who cares? That's still stinking hot in degrees Canadian for sure. Your gardening? Nice. Our garden has gone gangbusters, but we're getting cucumbers and there's some tomatoes, but we have a marmotte. Hold on. I took a picture of it because I have no idea what these things are called in English. A marmotte. Right? He lives under our solarium. He's been, relieving us of our produce. Destiny would love to be a lighthouse keeper and a fire tower watcher, or whatever they're called. Such interesting jobs. Yeah, I would love those too, especially a fire tower. Like you get up in the morning, you look out over the forest below. Hope to hell you don't see a plume of smoke on the horizon. I've never even heard of chicken sushi. The place we order from will do vegetarian, and because they know it's me, they'll use a different cutting board and a different knife, and obviously different little cases. I've never even heard of chicken sushi. You just taking the piss, or does that really exist? Peanut Trucker eats grocery store sushi all the time. Cannot do that. Chrissy, I have many beers left over from the birthday parties of the weekend, so I'm slowly getting through them because I did not have time to drink very many. Countryboy hasn't ridden his bike in a couple of years. It's too effing crazy, and my mortality is more evident every day. Mine too, buddy. Mine too. I never got into motorcycling or even dirt biking. I was very into mountain biking for a while, but when Cody was born, I haven't been on that bike in 14 years as of last week. I keep thinking I should sell it, but the Blue Book value on it is so much less than I paid for it that it would hurt. I might swap the brakes back off of it onto my main bike though, because they're killer brakes. Excuse me while I pour the rest of this beer. Good old sinuses. I'm doing a lot better since I'm on this weird steroid nose rinse and everything, but this basement still drives my sinuses bonkers. Russell doesn't like grocery store sushi, but he'll buy it when he needs a fix. Fair enough. Yeah. I fear the idea of grocery store sushi, because I kind of feel that if the grocery store isn't staffed well, then that sushi might get a little old. But I mean, you would smell that, right? And you got to fill the void. Yeah, 104 is 40. Yeah, so 120 odd is high. There it is. 120 is 50. Nope. I would not like that. Destiny loves grocery store sushi. Okay, Cody likes grocery store sushi as well. Marcus says, it's crazy how as we get older, we become more aware of doing stupid things that could get us killed. Yes. Yeah, maybe it's a groundhog. That sounds about right. In some places, it can go that high for sure. Not often, but but Disney is always Chunk the Groundhog. Is that its name? That's what I'm gonna call it from now on. Peanut Trucker says, "Our big grocery stores hire Asian people, and it's better than any Japanese restaurant." Okay. Sales, I did not even know that chicken sushi was a thing. Never even heard of it. Christy too. Grocery store sushi. Asians making it while there's a sushi place in the same complex, and the grocery store sushi is cheaper. Yeah, that's true. I've definitely noticed that. Sales forgot about Chuck the Groundhog. Well, he's eating my tomatoes. I have to get rid of him. I mean, I'm gonna There's there's this rodent spray that you can, because he built himself a den under my solarium, so I got to get him out of there. Absolutely. Spam sushi is a thing. First of all, spam is grotesque. Luckily, I'm meeting soon, but maybe not soon enough. Nice. Spam sushi. Nope. Spam. Had to happen. Absolutely had to happen. I'm just going to turn my keyboard off. I'm going to turn my keyboard back on. Country boy knew what I was doing. Check out Yuzu Sushi, not a paid endorsement, says Serge. Okay, I'll check it out. Spam is not awesome. Nope. But yes, it's a very good source of emergency protein for sure. Yeah. Serge doesn't like spam in the can or in his email. Me neither. I do not like it in a can. I don't know how to make that rhyme. I don't know how to make that rhyme. I was going to go, but no. Yeah, spam filter for sure. Yeah, Christy, I don't think there's a middle road there at all. Nope. Yeah, nope. Destiny says, I'm just waiting for it to roll up. In this side chat, fried spam for after school snacks in their old neighborhood. Nope. I don't remember what after school snacks were in my house. I mean, some of the neighbors were doing that, but I don't remember what we had. I think we did just like peanut butter and honey sandwiches. The trick to a successful peanut butter and honey sandwich is bread, peanut butter, and then you put the honey on the peanut butter and swoosh it together, and then you put your bread on. You don't waste your time peanut butter on one side, honey on the other. No. Peanut butter, honey, swoosh, bread. I would not steer you wrong. Destiny, spam I am. I like it because it's ham. I like it in a can. Spam I am because I can. Nice. Got 2 months to make the camping reservation for next year. That is true. And I'm not going to be late on that this time because this sucks. This hurts my head. Fried spam with scrambled eggs on an English muffin. But like I would do like bacon with scrambled eggs on an English muffin, or like ham, or like back bacon. That would be, what the hell do they call it in the States? Canadian bacon. Debate subject for the night: spam or tofu? I'd take tofu over spam any day of the week, especially if it's salt and pepper tofu that you sometimes get at if you go to the right Chinese place. So I mean, yeah, it's sort of soft inside, but on the outside it's like it's crusty because it's been fried with salt and pepper. Hells yes. Howdy, no subject. Not really. I didn't have time. There's just too much going on this week. Creative should have eaten first again. Stop talking about food. Creative hasn't eaten yet. Destiny says, God bless tofu. It meant well, but unless it's flavored somehow, it's trying hard only. Yeah, I don't. You have to see tofu as a vehicle for flavors rather than as its own thing. Because yeah, you're right. Tofu by itself is like no, but if you can do it up right or like grind it up and blend it in with say scrambled eggs or something so that you're not like eating a slab of bland ass tofu. Absolutely. Christy says, would you make eggs Benedict with spam then? I could see that happening. Everyone's saying hi. Everyone knows he may eat just plain tofu and spam now then. Gross. I think if you slice the spam really, really thin and put it in like a sandwich or something, I wouldn't mind it. I mean, like really thin though. It's also too salty for me. Everybody just saying hi. Everybody say hi. Country boy says, eggs Benny is something that should not be altered from the original in my mind, but if it was put in front of me, I would eat it. So I just saw a TikTok tonight. I could go for Chinese peanut trucker. I sure could. Jim is driving. Okay, drive safe. We'll speak to you when you get home. Creative is not the only one who's hungry. No, now I'm hungry. And I stopped off at A&W and had a burger for supper. And onion rings and a root beer. So I saw a TikTok I watch him a fair amount. He does sort of like hilarious Canadian commentary. I'm just looking for his name.
I'll show you how to record.
I'll show
you how to record. Give myself. Okay, but why just recording overnight?
What was his name? Come on, man. Where the hell?
Montreal.
Todd Maffin. He used to work at the CBC. And he was talking about one of the truest of questions in Canada. And I come down on the exact same side as he does. A poutine is fries, cheese curd, gravy, fork. Don't come at me with your like Montreal smoked meat poutine. Don't come at me with your like freaking spaghetti sauce or like truffle poutine. No, poutine is crispy fries, hot as hell, fresh cheese curds put on top, poured over with the gravy so that it melts the cheese curds in, but it doesn't melt them to the extent that they're nothing but a stringy mess. There's still a little bit of body to them. Because you're not heating up the cheese curds after putting them on, right? It's the heat of the fries and the gravy that is making them start to melt, but there's still body to them. That's what poutine is. That's what poutine is. I don't care what they're serving at La Banquise on the plateau over there. You know, all these fancy freaking poutine. No. If you do your fries right and your cheese curds are fresh, that's what a poutine is. I get them like 2 times a year because then I get like a poutine hangover for the next day. I'm like, oh, I don't believe I ate the whole thing. But I'm thinking about that because of what Country Boy said about Eggs Benny. I take poutine very seriously. It's a cultural imperative in Quebec to take your poutine very seriously. Spam and pineapple pizza? No, Destiny, I can't. Nope. Destiny is right though. With Chinese food the next day warmed up, absolutely. Yeah, Creative. We are definitely all hungry at this point. Oh yeah, I back that concept completely, Chris. If you and uh, and uh, and the grounds crew meet up, definitely hit a Chinese buffet and send me pictures. Little fish, how's it doing? How's it doing? How is it doing? How's it going, Marcel? So, Marcel, um, there's this girl named Helen. Um, I came across her on TikTok, but I already knew her from Instagram because she sells little stickers. And somewhere here, I had actually bought a couple of sheets of her stickers. But what she's done, I don't know where my stickers are. She bought a Hobonichi Weeks journal, and she used it to create a recipe journal. So, like each day, she wrote down like what the recipe that she discovered or was trying or had made was, and she used the years page as kind of a recipes index so that she could like look at her index and say, okay, like the breads are here, this recipe is on that page, kind of thing. And I was very compelled by that concept. um and I know that you do like a lot of like your content is kitchen, right? So I was wondering, like, how do you keep track of what you've shot? Like, do you plan the next month out? Like, okay, I'm gonna do this, and that this month, like X, Y, and Z this month, and then A, B, and C next month, and plan it out, or do you just sort of like, I'm making supper, and this would make good content. Like, how do you come up with what you're gonna do? And are you trying new recipes, or are you just showing people the way you do it? I'm going to scroll. Destiny says, okay, now my snack charcuterie board feels like it's not living up to its potential. Just like Jesse all the way through school. Okay, everyone's saying hi to Marcel. Everybody say hi. Oh, sorry, guys. Broke the seal. Kajawai says, about the only thing I like about living in the city is real Chinese dim sum. Huge Chinese population here around Vancouver. That is true. That is true. Big difference, because there's a substantial Chinese population in Montreal as well. Big difference between the two cities, though, is that at least when I was there back when Hong Kong was about to be handed back to China, so it was like filling up. Lots of Cantonese speakers. Of not a lot of Cantonese speakers in Montreal at all. It's almost all Mandarin. I do like the sound of Cantonese. What kind of gravy? It's a let me find it. It's a brown gravy. No, I didn't. I wrote poutine, but it thought I was saying YouTube. No, poutine sauce. Sauce poutine. Authentic Canadian poutine recipe. Okay, I was looking for the sauce that I buy because it's just a packaged stuff. There is a poutine gravy recipe here from it's from Ricardo. Okay. It says, how do you make poutine gravy? I've included a perfect poutine gravy recipe below for you. If you've eaten a lot of poutine, you've probably experienced a wide range of gravy tastes. Some are clearly chicken, some are dark and beefy. I think the perfect one is somewhere in between. I look to French Canadian chef Ricardo for a reliable and authentic recipe. Let's face it, the French Canadians know poutine. Of course we do. His gravy is 2/3 beef stock and 1/3 chicken stock for a lightened up beef gravy. I think it's perfect. And that rings true for me because I think that the one that I buy from Saint Hubert is the same. I think it's just over half beef and just under half chicken. Creative redundancy is in the kitchen right now. That sounds good. That sounds good to me. I'm getting a little munchy actually. The grounds crew is the quote of the night. Is the quote of the night. Okay, fair enough. Now the entire grounds crew is here. How's it going, Steve? How you doing tonight? 21:53. Dim sum is the shiz. I haven't been for dim sum in a couple of decades. Shawnee in the house. How you doing, Shawnee? My garden is very green and very huge, but I think we planted too many tomato plants. I know we planted too many tomato. Like they take over. Like next year we're planting one tomato plant, maybe two, and that's it because they take over everything. You know, like I never get carrots because the tomatoes have pushed everything out of the way. Booty boop boom boom boom. Uh-oh. Destiny's out. What? Come on, man. Come on, man. David's telling Russell to go live. What the hell? You guys bored with my live stream? Is that it? Destiny says, I have that too, but I have legal pads and composition books that I'm constantly jotting things down on. My blog is my most organized recipe storage. Okay. That's good to know. Takes inspiration from other recipes a lot, and some are genuine originals. So you are about food recipes the way I am with cocktail recipes. Chris made Marcel's banana bread last week, my first, and it came out good. I like that. I should probably try that. Hey, Grace is here. I'm here finally. My son's in the hospital since Friday. Pretty bad situation. With a little luck, he'll pull through. Prayers, good vibes sent his way are appreciated. What the hell happened, Grace? Since Friday? Well, no, maybe you don't want to tell us what happened, but yeah, for sure. I'm definitely I'm hoping that your son is fine, or he will be fine, rather. Yeah, I definitely hope that that things are not going to go south for you and yours, Grace. David is asking if peanut trucker added walnuts. Walnuts are a divisive issue. I would add a few. Absolutely. Peanut trucker is going to keep prayers going for Grace's son. I'm pretty sure we're all feeling concerned for sure. Serge says spam and ham with pickles and jam, poutine and tofu drizzled with raspberry goo. If you don't like it, I don't give a damn. Just don't put it all back in the can. I see we've sparked the creative spirit in Serge tonight. Country was making zucchini bread this weekend. The garden's doing really well considering the drought. Zucchini bread is good too. You got to squeeze the crap out of it, but yeah, it's nice. Serge hasn't had zucchini bread in a while. I haven't either, but I do like it. I love those. I love those loaves like that, um, zucchini bread, banana bread. But I do love a lemon loaf with the poppy seeds and like the white glaze on it. Cannot beat that. I'm such a sucker for citrus. Apparently, David sent me a text. Where's my phone? Ah, David did send me a text. Is there another you want me to pass on? I do not know. I don't know, David. I'm not sure what you were referring to. Hold on a second. Oh, I get it. I get it. I see what happened there. Yes, no, there's no update. That's fine. We're good. We're good. I get it. You don't have a zucchini bread recipe on the blog, but I think I have a zucchini snack cake recipe. Zucchini bread's not that different to banana bread, though. I mean, they're not identical, but it's not that different. Aside from the fact that you have to drain the crap out of the zucchini. Sounds like he missed Grace's news because he was too concentrated on his stupid rhyme. Oh, 21:59. Christy, you are not doing your job. Not helpful, I know. That's okay. I just what? 20 people watching and only 18 thumbs ups? What is going on with you people? Tonight's whiskey is going to be this. Hatozaki is a blended whiskey, product of Japan. It's only 40%, but it is without coloring or chill filtration, which is pleasing to me and surprising because Japanese whiskeys tend to be very engineered. Drama clock. Oh, the dog puked. Okay. All right. It's okay. Then no judgment. Cat puked on my bed last night. We're minding my sister-in-law's cat while she's in Cuba with her paramour. And last night the damn thing threw up on my bedspread. Hatozaki. So I'd never seen the Hatozaki before, but like because there's no bourbon, there's no American whiskey at all on the shelves anymore. Like they're bringing in all these interesting things that I'd never seen before. So I was like, it's $65. I gotta try it. Very scotchy, like a blended scotch, like a Johnny Walker, but like not the red label, something like a green maybe, except there's no peat in this, but a lot of caramel notes. So I'm thinking American oak. It doesn't say on the bottle, but it's there. Fruity. Lemon candies, like a lemon drop or something like that. A green apple, but like syrupy, like a stewed apple or a stewed peaches, pears, maybe more pears. Touch of spice, like a nutmeg or a cinnamon, something very cakey. It's not overly complex. It's very mouth friendly. I would feel very comfortable handing a dram of this to someone, like someone who comes over and has no idea whether or not they like whiskey. I would pass them a dram of this, maybe over a rock, because that's what people seem to expect. And this would not scare them off. It's friendly enough that it might be a gateway for them into the whiskey world. Hold on a second. Peanut trucker. And to Japan in the near future just to eat all the fresh food they make. Yep, that's true. They do that. David is saying he insulated your porch floor last weekend. R28 and hardware mesh. R28 is pretty good. Annoying. Russ was like, annoying job? He asked knowingly. Country Boy says that if Chris is going for the food, he won't be disappointed, and I am of the opinion that he's right. I've never been. I'd like to go. There's a bar in Tokyo that I really would love to order a drink at one day. Yeah, David did not like doing the job. Easier to do at the start rather than later. So many of those jobs are, though. You know? Mm-hmm. Because exactly. Better to come down from above than be stuck under there and working upwards, for sure. I hate the idea of being underneath and working upwards. Bubble foil for the insulation win. Can we use bubble foil here? I mean, you can use it anywhere, but like, would it be efficacious enough for like a Canadian winter? Or like a Canadian Shield / Laurentian / Appalachian Canadian winter? I'm just that's a pain in the neck, literally. Yep. Peanut Trucker says, now Jennifer works for the airline. We can fly to Hawaii for $89 and $125 to Japan. Yeah, working for an airline really brings some benefits for sure. Absolutely. Like if my fiddler hadn't worked for WestJet forever, there's no way he'd be able to fly here for gigs every month or two. There's no way. It's way too expensive. Flying in Canada is expensive, man. I'm gonna take another sip of this here whiskey. Those of you who watch my whiskey channel will know that I finally actually posted a video this week. I'm slowly trying to get back into it because I miss it, and also I have a trail camera review that I really need to get on because they're bugging me. So I need to sort of get the video making muscle back in business, you know. So I'm working on it slowly but surely. Yeah, beer's not as good when it's no longer cold. That's for damn sure. Christy saw the video. Thank you for your eyes. Oh yeah, I know you saw the video. Oh shit, peanut trucker, right? We'll talk afterwards for sure. Country Boy says small town Japan is my ultimate bucket list. I would agree with that. And the bar that I want to order from is Ben Fiddick. He's a very famous bartender, probably partially due to YouTube, but he grows all his own herbs that go and stuff that go into his cocktails. I would love to go there and try something. Creative redundancy. It says it's okay to keep talking about the food now because he's eating. They're eating. I see there's an ad playing, so I will speak little until the ad is over. Country Boy says, just need to learn the language so I can communicate. Duolingo, man. I know someone who used Duolingo to learn Japanese for a couple of years before going. Yeah, it's what I'm using for Swedish. Hold on. Seth says, we removed the deck that got crushed during your vacation. We noticed the wall behind it is rotted. We'll need to redo the wall. If we do, I want to insulate the floor since we will have early, easy access for sure. Absolutely. No reason not to. No reason not to. I mean, if you're going to have access, like it's never a bad idea to insulate, right? Serge is, as for bucket list, we're planning a trip to Egypt. A trip to Egypt next February. That sounds fabulous. I would love to see Egypt. I know that that's probably kind of an important trip for you, but yeah, that's very cool. What happened? Creative redundancy is just piling on the food. That's good. Absolutely. Country Boy's daughter can speak rudimentary Japanese. I'll just take her, easier than learning. Japanese is a very cool language. I first fell for Japanese because of the textual element, how it's like three scripts just like all used in the same text. I found that fascinating. I think it's a very cool language. Like written, so like at first I fell for the written, but then like the sound of it's really sort of staccato and rhythmic, and it's very cool. Korean has a sort of staccato rhythmic feel to it when it's spoken as well. There it is. Peanut Trucker says you can get a sponsor that speaks both languages and takes you around to good spots and translates for you. You don't know the cost yet. The cost of everything in Japan, I believe, is quite high. David is just finishing the porch and will then make some patio furniture for it. That's, man, you're a busy man. Nice. Oops. There it is. Russell's asking if David screened in his porch, his deck. And I'm just waiting for David to answer. In the meantime, I shall take some water. I'll tell you, a screened-in deck is a very good thing to have, like when it hits like black fly or mosquito season. Country Boy says, I think it would be more fun to try to do it yourself if you've already started learning. Yeah. Okay, so it's the entry into the house that David's redoing. Hold on. I'm not sure if. Yeah, I'm lagging. Why? Oh, I know why I'm lagging. Shite. Hold on. Okay, I've turned off the Wi-Fi, but I should have done that before streaming. Let me know if I come back. Okay, Serge is out. Gonna call it a night. Still recovering from your Montreal particle exposure. That's fine. Good night, Serge. Everyone say good night to Serge. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing it as well. I turned off the Wi-Fi, but I don't know if it's gonna really do anything. And also, welcome back. Everyone's saying good night to Serge. Am I still lagging? I think it looks better here. Definitely looks better here. But it's not perfect yet. I think I'm still lagging a little bit. It's pissing me off. David emailed Russell some pictures of his latest deck work, I believe. Peanut Trucker and Kristen have no lag at all, but why am I getting so much lag? I'm really getting tired of my my internet service. I mean, it's been great. It's mostly great, but every now and again, it really lets me down hard. You know? Yeah, I'm lagging hard here. I don't get it. Yeah, a little blurry. So what that's doing is I believe it's YouTube is sending like probably 144p or something as a way of trying not to lag. It sends a lower quality stream, but like I'm seeing no motion on my YouTube page, like at all, which is frustrating. But you guys can hear me, right? It's just the picture that's frozen or that's lagging. Hmm. Like, can you guys hear me at least, or am I just sort of stopping completely now? Interesting. Okay. I don't get it. And I'm really tired of it. I'm so tired of the internetwork problems, he said while coining a new term. The internetwork. Oh well. It's okay. Country Boy says it's gotten better. Yeah, it looks better on my computer too. So whatevs. Whatevs. We're just gonna move right along. We're just gonna move right along. See me rolling? Where was I? At least it's not robotic. At least it's not robotic. At least I would hate it if it were robotic. Shut up, Jess. What? Who's dropping hundreds down there? In the side chat. Obviously, I don't mean dollars. But somebody's like 100%ing something that we done said. Where was I? Oh yeah, by the way, Who's number 1, 2, and 3 tonight so far? So right now, Country Boy is number 1, David Evans is number 2, and Mr. Peanut Trucker himself, Chris, is number 3. Congratulations, you peeps, on your podiums, whatever the hell it means. Yeah, okay, so Jim says, I thought I was driving through a dead zone the way you were skipping out. Yeah, that's terrible. I hate that. Not loving that at all. Good Boy says, you have a face for radio, so as long as we can hear you, it's all good. I would have loved to have worked in radio. I would have loved it. I tried to get hired at the CBC, but just it didn't happen. What happened to Krista being number 1? You know, if you don't stay on top of it, you lose it. And you know, she lost it. Interesting. Peanut Trucker says, I haven't lagged once on his end. That's very interesting. I wonder what that's like. Why? Interesting. Excuse me. David says that Christie is still number 1 in his books. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm just waiting for that comment by Creative Redundancy to pop up so that I can. I have to slide at the bottom of the hour. More chores again, like dishes. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I got some chores to do as well, so I get it. Peanut Trucker is trying to get number 1, but Scott types too fast. Fair enough. So I will try to live stream next week while I'm in Alberta, like I have mostly successfully done for the past 7 years. But I make no guarantees. If it doesn't look like it's going to happen, I'll try to put a note up on my community page. Chrissy's been a member for 36 months. So that's your free comment, right? But why does it say there that Chrissy has become a member? You've been a member. Yeah, so I believe you get one of those sort of free super chats per something as a member. Creative Redundancy says, you're coming out west. Wow. Yeah, every year I go out to Alberta with my band. We play this year we're doing the Calgary Polo Club on the 9th. We're playing the Music in the Park for the city of Lacombe on the maybe the 11th. He said while surreptitiously checking his band's website. I feel that the 11th is not when it is. Just give me one little second here. Squidjig online. 13th. So the 9th at the Calgary Polo Club. Music in the Park for the city of Lacombe is on the 13th. That's at those are both at 6:30 p.m. So they're super early. And then 15th, 16th, and 17th, we're playing at the East Coast Kitchen Party, which is a Celtic sort of festival near-ish to Nordegg. It's at Abraham Lake. And then we fly home on the Monday. Usually we have 1 or 2 other gigs, but it's a bit of a dry year this time. David says Christy is catching up to Russell. Creative says supposed to be around 25 degrees, give or take. That would be nice because I've been like hauling gravel and bags of earth around the backyard at like 30 degrees, 32 degrees for weeks now. And I'm just looking forward to 25 degrees. Sounds amazing to me. It was the high today was 25 actually. And the low was, I believe, 19. Very nice. Very, very nice. Christy, yes, it's in August, as in like it's Friday. I'm flying on the 8th. Hey, Fox at Outdoors. How are you doing, mister? How is it going? Just it was 30 last week. Yeah, for us too. Really happy about it. So yeah. That's when we're out. We're out west. Gigging the 9th. And then all the way through to the 17th. Where was it? Where was it? Everything just sort of jumped. Yeah, it's called the East Coast Kitchen Party because it's all like Celtic bands from the vast majority are from like Newfoundland or out east. Hold on a second here. I'm gonna drop a little. Now, this year, I'm sorry to say that the Dorina Harvey band is not playing at the. Where is it? There it is. The Dorina Harvey band is not playing, which is too bad because they were sort of like the big headliner act for years and years, and we like to pal around with them and play with them. And their guitarist Scott and I do a whiskey video every year, but they're not there this year, which hurts my feelings. In fact, they're playing in Quebec City while I'm there, and that makes me angry because if they came to Quebec City any other time, I would pack up my family and say we're going. We're absolutely going. But this is their way to sort of try to get their feet into the Quebec sort of market, I guess. So David says this weekend it is 33 degrees Celsius. I'm sick of this stinking hot weather. Bring on September and October, my two favorite months. I like that weekend where it's the transition between September and October, probably the most of any weekend in the year. It's cooled down, no bugs. You're out there in the forest because, of course, you would be surrounded by the absolute beauty of trees with leaves that are turning, but they're not quite. They're not all the way red yet. They're still sort of in varying stages of yellow and orange. Excuse me. Peanut Trucker says, I love winter. I like winter too. I really do. My truck needs timing chains, so I won't be coming to Abraham again this year. I'm going to make it 1 year and bring out a case of assorted bourbons. What the hell is a timing chain? I've never even heard of that. Peanut Trucker says, 93 is our low at night in Florida. I'm not sure what 93 is. Because, I mean, if 104 is like 40 degrees, and 93 is like what, the low 30s, low to mid 30s? Is that like 33 degrees? Oh, Creative Redundancy said that 33 degrees is 93. Sorry, I totally missed that. But yeah, Countryway, if you show up 1 year, that would be great. Sort of hang out, drink some whiskey. Every year, my band we go to the Kensington Wine Market in the lead up to the festival gig and buy a nice bottle to sort of have for ourselves out in the mountains, but also to share with the other bands. Tea is a good drink. Or in this case, peppermint tea is a good drink. But yeah, it's nice to be up there in the mountains. It's chilly for sure compared to what we're used to, but it's good air, it's good landscape. There's a lake right there. It's a synthetic lake. It was made the same year I was, 1972, but it's still very. Oh no, it's still very pretty. Means my truck is going to blow up, and it's a 5K job. But like, what does a timing chain do? Is that's not the same as the belt, is it? Hold on, there it is. The timing chain is in your motor. Probably a rubber belt in your Prius helps keep your motor in time. I think it's a rubber belt in our Mazda too. It's a 5K job. Yeah, it's expensive. Like to replace the belt is expensive because they sort of have to not take the whole engine apart, but they have to sort of dig in there and start removing parts to do it, which really adds on to the price for sure. So they're chains on big trucks. That's interesting to know. I looked into replacing my own belt because I was like, but these belts aren't that expensive because it's all the labor. And I was like, not going to do it. I'll just save up because nope, not going to do it. Oh, excuse me. Countryboy says timing chains and belts do the same thing, but I'm sure they're not interchangeable, right? Like you can't just throw a belt onto your truck, or I can't put a timing chain into my CX-5, right? Like they do the same thing, but they're not interchangeable. I did not detect a joke, unless you're talking about like 50 Shades of Grey kind of thing, but I wouldn't know anything about that. Oh, whiskey's finished. I have another one of those whiskey videos to bring out, actually. I filmed a couple of them, but sitting down to edit has been so hard. But, you know. Okay, creative redundancy is out. All right, take care, Mister. Take care, creative redundancy. I feel like I'm really brain farting tonight. But have a good night. I hope that everything is great for you and yours, and that if I live stream next week, that I see you next week. I'll try to come up with an actual topic for either next week or the week after, depending on whether or not I stream from Alberta, which I've been really good about actually being able to do up until now. But I like every year I say, maybe see you next week, maybe not, because I don't want to be like, see you guys next week, it's going to be great, and then not show up, right? Jim is having a ramen diet while you're sauteing some chicken of the woods as a treat. Interesting. Nice. So taking a look at the side chat here. I'm just saying, so we're saying good night to creative redundancy. That's not a bad one, Jim. Why are we drawn to it? So Friday is the 8th, 10th, 11th, the 12th. So we're not. Why are we drawn to bushcraft / roughing it? It's not a bad concept, actually. It's it's an interesting sort of thought to have and to discover and to discuss. Totally meant to do that. It's not even the right stamp. Let me dig through my stamps because I like to stamp things like, my live streams, my doctor's appointments, stuff like that. Somewhere here I have a stamp that says live. And that's what I use for live streams. With red ink. To make it noticeable. To make it noticeable and dramatic. Can't go wrong with a little drama in your life. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? All right, I'm stamping it. So it'll either be next week or the week after. I'm optimistic about next week. I mean, optimism is best, right? Pound. There we go. And then I shall pound again for the 19th because I'm coming back on the 18th. There we go. It is now Stampé. There you go. Stomped. Get this out of the way. Wipe off my little stamp. It's a good concept. I like it. Did I show you guys my YouTube stamp? I'm so tired of snorking and horking down here. So I do have a YouTube stamp that I use for every first of the month. I use my YouTube stamp in my journal and I record my my sub numbers for both channels. So I made this from a white elastic eraser because I'm crafty that way. I make the stuffs. No, I made it myself because I could not find one to buy. So it is stamped. And I hope to hell that means that it will happen. As it must. As it must. I don't have a stamp for flying. But I have a stamp for music. Like, for gigs. And one for live. And one for doctor's appointments. That might be it. So I don't know, peeps. I feel like I'm not being interesting anymore. Maybe I gotta cut this thing short. It's 8:37. We'll see how I'm feeling at 45. It's just I'm starting to feel boring. Christy says, still 107 Fahrenheit or 42 Celsius right now. Can I say yuck? Yeah, you can say yuck. In fact, I'll say yuck with you. That's gross. But it's a dry heat. Shut up. I do prefer a dry heat, but still, shut up. Nobody wants to hear that shit when they're suffering in the heat. I'm dying, but it's a dry heat. Just kidding about that part. Dear Mounties, I was only kidding. Trying to put this stuff back one-handed is a challenge. But put it back, don't put it away. Usually I'm like, ADHD, take the wheel. No, I'm not bored with you. I'm bored with me. It's because I'm starting to feel a little tired. And I feel that when I start to feel tired, everything starts to sort of wind down a little bit in my head and in my discourse. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I shall draw you a diagram of what I'm saying. In this journal. Here is my energy level at the start of the night. Happy, drinking tea or beer, water, or whatever. But like, and it goes and it's great. But like, as soon as we hit like 10:30 or so, that's terrible. Hold on. As soon as we hit like 10:30 or so, it sort of starts to, you know, and I'm sort of feeling like I'm in the very slow dive bomb part of the night. This is a very nice pen, by the way, and it's highly affordable. I don't mean like Bic affordable. I mean $50 Canadian affordable. It's the Twisby Eco T with a fine nib. It's actually going to drop down to 16 tonight. It's going to feel like fall. It's going to drop down here as well. I think we're dropping down to 17. Oh, 14 now. It's changed since early in the day. Minimum of 14 degrees. I do like it at 14 degrees. Like I'm one of these, I don't want to TMI you guys, but I'm one of these people who has to sleep with like one leg or at least a foot outside of the blanket. It's better if it's a whole leg. To sort of temperature regulate. The missus, she just bundles right the hell up. I just can't do it. I need to have a lower limb outside of the blankets because otherwise I just feel too hot. Even when I'm camping, actually, I'm thinking about it, and I'll have a sleeping bag and a liner, and they're both open all night, and I'm like half out. I haven't tried this with winter camping though, right? And I'm trying to think of like when I used to go hunting, because when the fire didn't quite go out, but it burned down low in the middle of the night. It got pretty chilly, but I even feel like even then I had a leg or at least a foot outside the blankets. Excuse me. Yes, it's a very nice graphic. Thank you, Mister. Russell loves the cool nights. The cabin cools right down. It stays mostly cool the next day. Yeah, that sounds amazing. Just as an artist, after all. It's funny because I did spend my whole life in art school. I'm thinking I might get back into art as I go through the sort of occupational therapy part of my treatment. That, like, maybe if I can get my hands back, I can do something artistic again. Jim says it's toasty here in the northern Lower Peninsula, but it's 67 degrees freedom now. I think it's helping the mushroom varieties to pop early this year. I don't normally see chicken of the woods this early. That's interesting. I never even thought of that. Like how the temperature would really affect. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, there's a lot of plants and birds and stuff that are temperature sensitive. In that, like when the nights get cool, they know it's time to take off. I'm talking about the birds, not the plants. I mean, or hey, it's turning into fall. Maybe I should turn my leaves, kind of thing. So it doesn't sound like it's outside the realm of possibility to me. Country Boy loves. Oh, come on, fool. Where is it? Country Boy loves camping in the winter, pulling the blankets up to your chin and shivering till it gets comfortable. I do love it when the sleeping bag gets to the right temperature. And it's funny how no matter where I am, in my bedroom upstairs, in a sleeping bag in the woods, anywhere, the temperature is perfected when it's time to get up. I hate that because it's like, I don't want to get out. I don't want to get up. It's perfect in these blankets and this sleeping bag. Like, it's tough for me to wake up in the morning, especially in the dark half of the year, because I hate to be up before the sun. But like, I need to be up at 6:30 no matter what to get the kids ready for school. But yeah, I would love to sort of, oh, the alarm went off. Excuse me while I hit sneeze, snooze, and just roll over and go to sleep. I don't want to hit sneeze. That's a terrible way to wake up. Excuse me. Okay. We're at 22:45, and I'm starting to get tired. I'm starting to sort of drift off. So I'm going to shut her down at this point. I think what I should do is probably not have the beer in the early part of the night because it's a soporific for sure. I'll go back to just having my tisane, my water, and then my whiskey at 10 o'clock because I'm like, but anyways, hopefully next week I will see you all. And hold on a second. Destiny was doing chores instead of writing down quotable quotes. It's okay. I didn't really quotable quotize too much tonight anyway. Yes, I like what Peanut Trucker is saying here. Have a safe weekend, happy trails. I would like to echo that by saying between now and the next time we meet, whether it's next week or the week after, everybody, please be safe, be healthy, and be kind to one another. Good night, everybody.